Hi there, it's Naomi from Happy Heart Online Marketing, and this video is going to show you how you can build a WordPress website within 1 hour. So it's designed to help you to get a one-page website up and running so that you can kind of start to add videos or membership sites or anything you want to with your business online. Now, I'm a massive fan of WordPress. The reason why I'm a massive fan of WordPress is it really allows you to grow your business with the same website rather than using kind of a so-called free platform that you then might have to rebuild your whole website moving down the line. WordPress is updated by lots of developers worldwide and can really grow into whatever you want it to be online. So we're going to be using something called WordPress.org. I'm going to explain a little bit about that in a moment. But there really is sort of three main stages. So you can see here, I'm using a little tool called Milanote here. It's a tool that I use to plan all my website projects out on. And I run lots of parts of my business using this tool. You can get a free version. So I thought I would show it in here. So first up, you need a domain name. And if you don't know what a domain name is, it is whatever you want your website to be called. So the techie words are domain or a URL, and it means, so for example, mine is www.happyhearthq.com. That is my domain name, and if you go there you will find my website. So it is whatever shows at the top of a panel. So if I just go to mine now, I'm just going to shunt the screen up slightly or drop it down slightly so that you can actually see here. So I've got mine in maintenance mode, in admin mode at the moment, but this here is my domain name. So you may hear it referred to as domain or URL or anything like that. Just notice I've got a bit ghosty there because I've flipped the screen over. Hopefully you can see me. Okay, so that is what a domain name is. Now, you can get a domain name from many places like GoDaddy, one on one, I think it's called Inos now. Heart Internet is my preferred platform. I'm a domain reseller for Heart Internet, so you can come to me if you need a domain name or any help and support with that. It doesn't matter who you get your domain with. You don't need to have hosting and domain with the same people. So order your domain, whatever that's going to be. And my kind of rule of thumb on that, I've got loads of resources actually. So if you want to know more about domain names, give me a shout. But really, if you can get the .com, get the .com. If you're in the UK and you're kind of working within the UK, Ireland.ie, and just make sure that you don't try and get too many hyphens and things in it. Keep it as simple as possible. But as I said, there is free resources. I'm not going to talk too much about that today. And next up, you need, when you're working with WordPress.org, you need hosting. So there's two types of WordPress. The first one is WordPress.com. If you have a WordPress.com website, you go to WordPress.com to get the website. They host it for you, but it does have more limitations than using WordPress.org. WordPress.org is something called open source. It means that lots of developers are working on it all of the time, and it is the platform that web designers like myself would use, but it does mean that you need to host it somewhere. So hosting is a little bit like having a filing cabinet. If you open the drawer, it's where you put the files so that the website will actually display, and I'm going to talk you through that. Hosting, again, you can host with lots of different providers. You just need to make sure that it's compatible with WordPress and ask them for one-click installation. So again, my preferred platform is with Heart Internet. I will put a link below the video to Heart Internet as well. People come to myself to host, lots of websites that I build, or people that are in my website, my web design academy, or have one of my Jet Set website templates. Lots of people host direct with me, or you can go direct yourself. It's entirely up to you. The other platforms that I would sort of recommend would be SiteGround or Bluehost for WordPress. But again, I'll pop some links in so you've got access to those. And then next up, you need WordPress. WordPress is actually free. Once you have WordPress, you then need to have something called a theme that's going to help you design it, and plugins, which are like the gizmos and gadgets that power up a website in the background. So I'm actually going to show you hands-on today how to build a website. So I have in the background, here we go, This is Heart Internet. If you're wanting a domain name, as I said before, you can come directly into Heart. You can search for a domain name here. It will pop it up there. So you just literally tap in whatever ID you had. In fact, the website I'm going to build today, I've named it Daisy Harris. I don't even know whether that's available. I've not checked. I'm not going to be building it on that domain, but just to give you an idea, when you're searching for a domain, put a space in there. So there we go, daisyharris.com is available, and that's the price you kind of add to basket. So that's the first thing you need. Then you do need to get website hosting. So I'm just going to go direct out onto Heart's website. Hosting varies in pricing. I charge £10 a month for my hosting. That includes kind of me in that, and I obviously take out all the setups and things and include backups and things like that on website. But if you come into any of the kind of providers that I've mentioned, you can come in here and go and have a look what their current offers are. Just having a look here what Heart are currently offering. Dedicated service, they've got an offer on there, £3.99 plus VAT on a monthly basis if you want to set it up yourself. So literally when you come into this, you just need to make sure that you have got that it's okay for WordPress. I think they do a dedicated WordPress one. Actually, they used to. All Heart platforms are great with WordPress anyway. So I would probably be inclined to go for the Home Pro or the Business Pro, but probably Home Pro would do you in terms of what you need to get started. So once you've got hosting, you will get something like this when you go into a website. This is where I've kind of installed hosting, but it's not got WordPress in there yet. Now, many of the platforms, as I mentioned, do something called one-click installation of WordPress, and I'm just going to pause this a second because I'm going to open up a screen to show you how lots of the platforms look quite similar, the type of thing that you need to look out for to be able to install WordPress onto your website. Okay, so this is inside Heart Internet. I'm obviously a reseller for Heart Internet, but once I have got a domain name, I can then come and attach hosting to that domain name. So you'll see here it gives me an add hosting option. When you click on the add hosting option, it gives me the various options that I can set up. And once you have done that, you can then just come in and manage your hosting account. So if you're just signing up yourself, then you will get like a little bit of a wizard. It will help you to do that in terms of setting this stuff up. If you want to host through me, obviously I do that for you. This video is not about me selling to you in any way, shape or form. Just want to make you aware that I do managed hosting if you need any help with it. So the website we're going to be working on today is called bewebsitehappy.com. Bewebsitehappy.com. Okay, a minute. It is okay. It should already have hosting. I don't think the hosting's on. Maybe I didn't add it, which is fine because I will show you how to add it now. So literally we're going to add the hosting. I'm going to go back one, and as I drop down this list, I've got lots of different ones on here. I'm just going to go to Be Website Happy. I'm going to add Linux hosting, and I have a couple of packages available. You will just get one, and we're going to activate that hosting. Okay, so the page before was where we've got the domain. We didn't have hosting attached to it. Now we've got hosting, and that is literally going to glue these files together. So it's going to glue that domain name, and then it's going to add space like a filing cabinet for me to be able to put these files inside. So once you've got your hosting set up, and many hosting companies will help and support you with that, you then just need to go and attach the files to it. So again, I'm just going to come in here and go to my bewebsitehappy.com, and what you will then see is a similar screen to that. As I said before, all providers will be slightly different, but you will see a similar sort of screen here, and you can see this way you can manage your emails and things. And as we scroll down, there is this WordPress blog. So this is what I've referred to as one-click installation, and it means when you click on this, it will start to install the files for you. So you can see here, choose an installation directory. I'm going to install now. Now, sometimes when you set your hosting up, it takes a little while to populate. You might need to leave it a few hours before it actually populates. I've only just done this one, so I'll be surprised if it installs straight away, but it could well do. If it doesn't, I'm going to pause and come back, finish the video when it's done it, but I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and hope that it just decides to go ahead and do it. But as a rule of thumb, I tend to leave it an hour before it does that. It does look like it's done it. And then when I come and click on the website here, okay, it's not popped up just yet. So if we just wait a little time, then this will actually start to populate. I'm doing it like this because I want to show you real time what happens. As I said, as a rule of thumb, maybe set up the hosting, leave it for a couple of hours, go and make yourself a brew. Got mine here, and then come back to it. So I'm going to pause this, and as soon as it's installed, I'm going to come back and finish the video off for you. Okay, so that's all installed now. It took about an hour to get it all installed, and then all you need to do is click on single here. So that will now start to upload. So you need to give your website a title. I'm going to be calling this one Daisy Harris. Create yourself a username. I usually tend to steer away from admin, but just for this demo, I'm going to call it admin1, and then just pop a password in here. So obviously this is not going to be a particular secure one, but let's just go with this one. And make sure that it comes up to strong. Just going to take a screen grab of that so that I remember it. And then your email address. So I'm actually just going to use one of my hosting ones. Okay, and then all you need to do is click install WordPress and it will do everything for you. Really, really quick to install, and then you can just go and log in, and then once you've logged in, just trying to think what I've just put as my password there already. Just bear with me one sec. Let me just open that up. It's not a password that I normally use, obviously for security reasons. So I'm just going to go and open that up there. Okay, so we'll just pop that in. I'm going to ask it to remember me and simply just log in. So now it's literally going to, you've got all the WordPress files installed. You have got what is known as a WordPress blog. So WordPress started as a blog as opposed to a website, and that therefore it has it all integrated. So what you will get when you actually install it is this. Obviously that's the title that I gave it, just another WordPress website, and it comes with this standard sort of layout here. So what I'm going to show you today is how to quickly make this look pretty. So if we come back into the dashboard here, we go to appearance. When you go into themes, this is what I mentioned right at the beginning as our step 3 under the WordPress. Once we've got that installed, there was options on themes that we can use. Now there are a couple of themes that come free with WordPress. This is one, 2020. It's also 2017 and 2019, and you can flip between these themes. I'm just going to activate that one, click on the activation, and then when you go out to the website top left, you will see that theme has changed slightly, and this is all a website with a blog post and everything on it. Now you can get free themes, and you can also get commercial themes. So the free themes, I've just given an example of one here. You can download them. There's lots of them out there. I'll pop some links below this video to different sort of themes that you can use. But for this video, I'm actually going to use a commercial theme. And one of the best commercial themes I find is called Divi, which is by Elegant Themes. Now I've got Elegant Themes open here. You can go onto Elegant Themes there. It's normally $89 a year. They have got an offer on it at the moment. Again, I'm going to pop a link below the video for that. I use Divi in all of my Jet Set websites. So I do Jet Set website templates. I will show you them here, where you can like install at this stage, in fact get all of this work done for you, a 5-page website. I also use Divi in my Web Design Academy. It's just loading up there. I've got so many screens open, my Wi-Fi is just being a little bit laggy. So I'll just open that one up in the background. I'm going to close Hot Internet down, hopefully speed it up. It's thinking about it at the top. There, where you can like literally go and get a 5-page website through Jet Set Websites, so all of this kind of stuff gets done for you. Or I also use Divi in my the Web Design Academy, which is the webdesignacademy.co.uk. So Divi is a really, really good commercial theme to build your website on, not only because it can totally grow with your business, it's easy to use. So here's my academy, and it tells you everything that it includes in there. This is not my purpose of this live, but this is where you can go and create sort of really bespoke websites, and I also build bespoke websites using Divi, which is why I'm recommending it today. You obviously don't need to do it through my training. You can come in and install it for yourself direct with Divi. So it's entirely up to you whether you do it direct or with any support kind of package in place. So with elegant themes, Divi also includes some pre-made layouts, which is why I'm going to do this demo video using Divi. But as I said before, you don't have to use it. You can totally use a free theme. I am going to put some resources below for that too. But I just like Divi because it's got a lot of functionality and it's got a lot of pre-made layouts that can help you kind of get online quickly. So to install a new theme, you would just literally come to add themes. You click on the plus button there. And if you purchase Divi, you would get a download file. So what we're going to do is just go and find that download file and upload it up onto WordPress website. So it's just going to load for a second there. I'll just pause while it's, oh no, it's doing it quite quickly. Might take a little bit longer to search on here, so just bear with me one sec. Okay, and I've got my file here, which is divi-10.zip. And when you click on that, so I'm just going to try and shorten this up here, you will see I can just choose it and it will start to install the files. Now you do need to make sure that you've got it in a zip file in order for it to install. So once you've downloaded it from Divi, put it into a compressed file and then it will enable you to upload it onto the website, and it's just literally unloading all of the files and things so that you can create a website using this. So once you've installed a theme, you can literally just click on activate. And you'll see there I've got the Divi theme that's come in, and that's the one that I'm actively using. So now when I go out to the website, you will see there's quite a big change from how it looked before. It's literally just a blank canvas. So each theme will be different. It's entirely up to you which theme that you use. And I'm just going to start with this blank canvas. So one of the first things that you will need to do is create a menu. So we need some pages to be able to do that. So I'm just going to come in and add a new page. This tutorial is about creating a one-page website. I'm actually going to create a one-page website with a integrated blog within it. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to say that I want to use the Divi Builder, and I want to use the Divi Builder here to create this page. And just come away from that. Okay, and it'll come up with this wizard that we can just start to build. You can take a little bit of a tour around if you want to. Divi will show you around its kind of platform. And here we've got three options. So we've got build from scratch, choose a pre-made layout, or clone an existing page, so copy one that's already there. For this purpose, I'm just going to build from scratch. I'm going to show you the pre-made layouts in a second if you want to speed things up. Now, Divi's built like in 3 layers. So first up, we get kind of a background, then we get a row, and then we get a module that sits within that, and the 3 different colours. So the background can be purple or blue, as like whether it's full width or not, and then we get these rows, so we can choose the kind of layout on here. So first up, I'm just going to select that full width one, and we can also select this modules. This is at the grey level. So here I'm just going to say I want to insert an image. We're going to create an image in here, and you can see that image just pop in here like that. And we're going to be able to adapt these 3 layers. So you can see here we've got the blue layer, we've got the green layer, and we've got the grey layer on these 3 different layers here. But going back to the structure of it, we've got a sample page and we've got something that says uncategorized. So that's what I want to take a look at next. Now, when you're working with Divi, you need to make sure that you click on this button here and that you do save the changes as you're working through it. So I'm just going to click on saved draft there. I'm just going to move myself out of the way. I'll move myself over here so that you can see the buttons properly, and I'm going to click on Save Draft. And there we go. Okie dokes. So in fact, I wonder if it'll let me just drop myself out for this. It's not letting me. We'll just go back to full screen. Okay. So I think I'm hidden now. I don't think you can see me. So just that you can see the full screen while we're working through this. So coming back to the structure, we're going to create 2 pages. So if we go and view all of the pages on the left hand side here, you can see we've got this sample page and we've got a title page there. So I'm just going to go and edit this page. We're going to call this page the home page here, and we're going to use, in fact, we're just going to call it home, not home page. Use the Divi Builder, and we're going to publish this page. So we're just going to click on publish there. It's going to update it, and we can come out and view that page now. That's the one we've just built, and you'll see automatically in the menu this has appeared. But we're also going to create a blog page, because this video is going to show you how to create a one-page website with a blog. So if we come back into the dashboard, we're going to go down to pages, and we're going to create a new page, and we're going to call this page blog. Okay, again, we're going to use the Divi Builder, and we're going to go and publish the page up here. Okay, and it says blog is now live. Now when we go back, we're going to have blog, home, sample page and uncategorized. So we need to get this in some order, and there's 2 things that we need to do for that. So first up, we're going to come down to your menu, and you're just going to click on your menu here, and you're going to create something called menu. So I just want you to type in the menu name, menu, create menu, and that is going to give you a menu. So we want it to be our primary menu. So just tick box the primary menu there and save the menu. And once we do that, it's going to create that as a location. Now we can add some pages to it. So these are the 2 pages that we just created, our blog page and our home page. And we can go and save those into the menu. And click save there. Did I add them? I don't think I did. Add them into the menu here. I didn't. Click the add menu button, and we've got these 2 pages. Then we want to go and save the menu. Now I want to have the home page in front of the blog page, so I'm going to drag that up here, and then I'm going to click save menu again, and it's going to put these in order. Now when I go back out to the website, we can see here we've got a home page and we've got a blog page. Now as default, when you put WordPress together, it automatically creates this blog on the home page. So you can see here it's got hello world, and it's got all your recent posts and things down the side. Well, we want this to look like a website, not like a blog. We want to be able to click on the blog page and make that look like a blog, and we want to have the home page as a home page. So we can do that quite easily by just coming into the dashboard here, coming down into settings and coming down into reading. And then we can tell the website that we want it to have a static page, and we want the home page to be home. Now, if you're not using Divi and you're using another free sort of theme, then you can also select that you want the post page to be blog. However, I'm going to create a bit of a prettier blog using the Divi template, in which case I don't need to do this at this stage. So we're going to click Save Changes. That's then going to bring us out into this layout here, where you can see we've got our home page. When we click on blog, it's actually just going to be a blank page. Okay, so first up, creating a home page. It's about thinking about what you want to have on there. I have got a free website planner. You can download the free website planner and kind of map out how you want your website to be. So what I have actually done is created a brand board using something called Milanote. Here, I'm just going to open this in the background to help me work with this website so that you can kind of see the theme. Now, I have a lovely friend named Vicky Nicholson. Her website is vickynicholson.com, and she creates these amazing branding kits. So I'm going to bring you into my Milanote board here. These are the 3 stages that we were talking about before. We're currently in the WordPress stage, setting up the theme here. Now, if I just go out back into my WordPress website in 1 hour, I have built a brand board here using Vicky's lovely branding kit. So as I say, she sells these on a website. You can go in, download the kit. It will give you the whole mood board here Also, it will give you all the different colour palettes and things that you can use. So it gives you these what's called hex codes to use here. Then it also gives you some image ideas, and I've gone and got all these images totally free from free platforms like Pixabay and Pexels that I'm going to use in this website. So this is Daisy Harris. We're going to create this website, and as I say, you can easily just go and get the branding kit to download to help you do that. There's loads of different gorgeous colours and things on there. Or obviously you can create your own in something like canva.com. You can get a free or paid version using a tool like that. Okay, so first up, I am going to go and set my colours within Divi. So I'm just going to drop this screen down a little bit here. Now what's great, you can't do this in all WordPress templates, but you can with Divi, and it does save you a lot of time moving forward. So what I'm actually going to do is put that screen down below. I'm going to be copying these what are called hex codes here so that I can put them straight into the website. So I'm just going to drag this below, and if we go into Divi options, as I said, if you're using a free theme, you probably won't get as much of this functionality. This is because I'm using a commercial theme, but you can click on the colours here and you can start to change the colours. So first up, I'm going to put the green, and it means that whatever page you're working on, it's going to help you as you are working through your website, so you haven't got to always keep referencing back to the colours that you need. So I'm just picking these all up from the brand board that I've got below. The orange in there. And then we've got a lovely red. And last up, we're actually just going to use a black on the palette. And we've got black there already, so I don't need this next one. I might just actually put this in as like a grey. So again, if I go to pop in a white there, I can just drag this down. So you don't have to know your hex codes, you can just kind of select the colours that you want. Now the reason why I'm going to do that is because it's going to save it in the background for this website, so it's just going to speed up me showing you how to use it. Now when you're using a free sort of theme, what you will probably tend to have to do is click on edit page and go and work on your theme in the background. Divi is built with something called a Divi builder, which enables you to kind of drag and drop stuff around a website, which is why I totally love it. You can also use something called Divi Visual Builder, and that's what I'm going to work with today. So when we click on the Visual Builder here, you can see it loading up. It's going to load up like that. And this is the theme that we're going to kind of work with. Now, if you want to kind of excel ahead and use a pre-made layout, you can totally do that as well. So I'm just going to show you this before I start designing this page. You can come in to add a new page here, and when you click on using the Divi Builder, let's click on it here, it should pop up with the three options where we can go and choose a pre-made layout. When you choose a pre-made layout, there are absolutely squillions to choose from. So you can sort of select an industry here, or you can just scroll through and have a look. So I'm just going to go down, have a look. In fact, I'm just going to type yoga in as a theme. See if, there we go. So we've got like, so you just type yoga in, it'll come up with sort of like different yoga instructor pages. So I'm just going to click on this page here. You can go and view the live demo, so it will show you the kind of layout that you could create as a yoga instructor with all sort of different bars and things there. So you could totally use a pre-made layout. All I would say, if you are using pre-made layouts, you just need to make sure what they're going to look like on mobile as well, because you need to make sure that your website is optimized for not only desktop but also mobile. We're viewing in desktop mode at the moment, but as I said before, there's loads of different kind of pre-made layouts that you can go and choose from. We're actually going to create one from scratch, a real basic kind of one page one today, but it doesn't mean that you can't go and access those if you need them. So as we click on the home page here. I'm just going to come out of that visual builder, discard the changes. I'm just going to click on this home page here, and we're just going to create this one from scratch. So we're going to go enable visual builder. Now I've obviously got some lovely imagery that I've already created, so I'm going to upload some of that as we work through. Go back to that sort of mood board and things. You can create mood boards and things in something called canva.com, which you can access for free, where you can kind of design your colours, choose your colours, and create yourself some little icons and things. Or as I said before, you can just go and buy a pre-made one. Okay, so when we come into here, I'm actually just going to click on these little cogs. So first up, we're going to click on the first little cog there. We're going to go to background. I'm going to come and choose a background colour. So I can have any of these colours. I can click and add one direct in there by popping a hex code in, or I can search around and add one just by scrolling through the screen. Again, if we drop this down, it's going to give me loads of different colours and things there. But I've already set my defaults that I'm going to use. So I'm going to create the background colour here. We're just going to colour it green, like I said before, and then we can go and pop in an image at this next level. So again, I could create a background colour here if I wanted to. Let's go and create another background colour here. I'm just going to layer it slightly so you can see the difference, and then I might want to go and add an image in. So I've kind of put that I'm going to add an image in here, in which case I would come in and I could upload an image. Now I have got some images that I already want to upload, so I'm just going to upload all of those now. There's two ways you can add images. You can actually just go into your files and add them that way. So I've got these lovely little daisies and things here. Now when you are loading images to a WordPress website, if you can, load them as JPEGs, not PNG files. So you'll see here, this says .png. This is because it's got transparent backgrounds. If you don't need transparent backgrounds, then you can just load it up as a normal file. So I'm just going to go here, and you can see these ones here, these top four that I'm going to load up, actually end in a JPEG, and that's because they take up less space than using PNG files. So we've just got some kind of creative ones there. I had also got a couple of screen grabs. So you can use free stock sites for any imagery. Obviously pictures of yourself are always good. I'm just going to go into my desktop here because these screen grabs, don't think I need that top one. Okay, I'm just going to pop those 4 files in there. Then I've got all the images in the background to be able to use on the website. So I've just taken these daisy ones, and literally your free images you can, I've got, this is Pexels, Pixabay is very similar. You can just go in and search a theme. So if I just type in daisy there, it's brought up all of these, just get that screen off, all of these lovely daisy images that you can use on your website. So you can just type in whatever theme that you are working with. So to add an image, I'm going to actually add this one here. We'll pretend this is Daisy. So you can just click the image and then click, move out the way, click upload image here. And then I'm just going to tick this box there, so you can see you've got the image there. I've done a screen grab, so this isn't ideal because we can see that a little bit over. I'm going to change that in a second, but I just wanted to show you the different layerings of kind of changing backgrounds. Okay, but for this purpose, I'm actually going to be putting in a background image, so I'm going to delete that one out. I'm then going to add a full width one in, and I'm just going to click on text here. So it's entirely up to you how you kind of want to lay your website out. As said, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to put a background image in, and I'm just going to come and click on that background image. And I could use one that I've pre-made. These come as part of Vicky's kit, so you can kind of play around with stuff in Canva. I'm going to use these feet there as a background image there. Now as I kind of like put copy and things, you can see that's going to bring that down across the board, and again I can come and delete those out as well, so I can make it shorter if I want to. Now I'm going to split this into 2, so just bear with me 1 second, it's just overlapping a little bit at the moment. I'm going to click on the rows here, it'll let me. Just delete these out a moment. It's just overlapping a little bit. It's not letting me click on the row. Let me just save the changes to that. It's having a small wobbly. Can do that sometimes. Okay, we'll duplicate that down. See if it'll let me click on that one. It will. Okay, so I'm just going to split this into two. I'm going to delete that one out by just clicking the bin and use this one instead. And then again, as I said, we can go in and we can add different modules. There's loads of different modules and things that you can add using Divi. As I said, I cover them all in my academy, but if you're just wanting to kind of come in and get something basic up there, I'm going to pop this image in here. So this could be a logo. In fact, let me use a logo. If we come in here, and I could add one of the Daisy logos. So I'm going to add this teal Daisy logo here. So if imagine your logo could be here, you could have like a background image on there, and then might want to add kind of a blank panel underneath, split that into kind of two again, and I might want to put some text one side, so I can click on and just tap text, pop that text there, and again just type in the text. So if we come into here, we can just type, just click on there. I'm going to delete the text that's in there. You can type your text in here. Okay, so your text will go there, and then again you can choose whatever you want to put the other side. So I might want to put an image or something in there. I could click on here. I'm just going to click on that image there. Might be introducing, excuse the screen grab on that one. You'll get the general idea, and then might want to, you know, like link it to some services or something like that, and I can easily just come in and add a little button or something here. I could put book now, and you could put this straight over to a payment button. So if you had a payment button with something like PayPal.me, you can set up a free PayPal button. If you go to PayPal.me, I'm just going to let that drop down so you can see that address up there. You can create your own PayPal button there. I'm actually just going to, and I have covered this in actually a separate video, paypal.me/happy heart. This is my PayPal button here if somebody just wants to come in and pay. No, it's not. Hold on a minute. Let me just find it. Okay, I'd forgotten the HQ off the end of it. So you can set this button up free. There's other ways that you can set it up. I have done a video of how you can get your business online. I cover all the buttons and things on there. It's totally free for you to be able to go and get a copy of that as well, where I cover all this sort of stuff. But this is where you could put a link in there and get it to open in a new tab so that you're not taking people off your website. Click the button here and you can see you've got a nice little booking button there. You can go and change the colour of your booking button and things like that by clicking on design. You can go into your button, and again you can make it all your nice branded colours. So we can click, I might want to have, let's go with an orange, no, we'll go with a teal button, white text colour, and then we can change the colour of the background of the button here. So I'm going to use a teal colour. Let's take the border off, just to show you what that does. So you can see there now, really quickly, I've got a book now button. So we can go all the way down the page, kind of creating this sort of effect. I could duplicate that down. It's really, really simple technology. I can drag this up, just slot it back into place here. Just drop that down one more. By literally just clicking on these little inserts, we can move stuff around the page. Just drop that in the middle there, so you can see I've got the image at the top, then I've got this panel here with book now button, and then at the bottom again we could go and change this imagery. We could go and change a background image. You can have whatever you want in these. You can make it totally bespoke. Put those lovely hearts. In fact, let's have that nice daisy. Okay, I can choose to do different image. It might be that I want to put, you know, a logo, a certification, a picture of me, whatever that, you know, whatever it is that you want. I'm just going to put a daisy placeholder in for now, just to give you an idea how the page will start to look. And there's loads of functionality that you can do with this type of stuff. But obviously during this video I just want to show you how you can get set up, how you can get a website page together. Now you will notice up here on the top left hand side we've got just this Divi logo. So to be able to change that, if you are using Divi, you do just need to come into the dashboard here. You're going to come down into Divi options and you can add your own logo up there. So here I can come in, I'm going to upload the logo. I'm actually just going to upload one of the daisy images that I've used here. So let's go with green one. And what that's going to do is replace that Divi sign with my daisy. Okay, so you can see that there now. So if you had a full logo, it would display that too. We've got a menu bar over here. Now, as I said before, you can change every single element of a website page. It's decided I didn't save the changes. I'm moving that one around a second ago, which is fine. You'll find all my training videos are real time, real life. Sometimes I forget to save changes too. So I always share stuff as you might experience it. So I'm just going to move that back up to the top, and it's because I didn't press this purple button and I didn't tell the page to save using Divi Builder. Okay, so as we scroll through now, you can see that will save. So there's just two more things I want to show you. One is adding social share, because you can have it down in your footer here, but you can also have it in your website pages. It's super important to be for people to be able to connect with you using social media. Divi comes with a really nice handy tool that you can use to do your social media follow, so that people can come and connect with you on your social media, so that your website can start to be that central hub that people can come elsewhere. Now, if you are putting your social icons on there, it's always a good idea that you do have it opening in a new tab. This defaults to a new tab here, so that if people do come over and follow you on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever that is, that they are not coming off your website. It's opening a separate window. So you'll see here we can go in and we can tell it whatever social network we want it to be. Again, if you're using a free version of a theme, they all have kind of pros and cons and different things that they will share with you. But you should be able to put, in fact you will be able to, on most free themes, be able to put your social icons on there. So you can see I've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Pinterest. If I just tick the button there, it's going to just pop them in here. With Divi you can go and change the colours, so you can make it into theme colours, and you can also change the shape. So I tend to use, click on the border here, we can actually just change the shape. So if I just put 100 in there, it should make them round like that. And then, as I say, we can just go and change the colours. So I'm going to change the background colour of Facebook to my teal, and then going to come down and do Twitter as, let's do that green. I'm going to do Instagram as my orange, and then Pinterest as the red. Now, you do need to have your links for all your social accounts ready. So all you would do is literally click on the link and put the account in there. So for example, if you went to my Pinterest account, if we just open Pinterest up, hopefully I'm logged in. So you can see my page there, and all you would do on all of your social platforms is literally just copy your URL, is what that is called, and then you can come over and just paste it where you need it to be. Click the tick box there, and then click save, and you can see those social icons have easily gone in there. Now this video is showing you how to make a one-page website and also have an integrated blog. So I'm just going to move on to your blog now, and a blog's important because it enables you to be able to share content. It enables you to keep your website fresh. It also enables Google to have fresh content so it can see what you are up to. Now, as well as a blog, there's other things that you can add into a website. I'll touch on those in a second. But for this purpose, we're just going to come in here and I just want to show you the difference between your pages and your posts. So your website pages are created here. Your website posts are created up here. So if we go into all posts, it automatically defaults. We have Hello World, which WordPress do as a default blog post. So you can just click add new, and it will create a new blog post for you. Now, if you're using one of the free themes that I mentioned earlier, you will see that it will probably default automatically through to your blog page. For this, I'm going to make it look a bit prettier because I'm using the Divi theme, and I'm going to call Happiness Lies Within. This blog's going to be called. I'm going to use the Divi Builder, and we can just publish this blog. I'm just going to publish it here. There we go. And then we can go and edit with the Divi Builder. So the Divi Builder, whether you're using a page or a post, is exactly the same in terms of the way that you work with it. You can choose these pre-made layouts, or you can choose to work from scratch. We're going to work from scratch on this one because we're going to keep it in keeping with the little home page that we have just made ourselves a moment ago. So if I just wait for this to load up. Visual Builder can sometimes take a little bit of time to load, depending on how much Wi-Fi speed you've got and local memory as well. And again, I'm just going to keep this one width here. I'm going to put some text in here, and this is where my main blog copy would go. So you literally would write your blog copy here, you would tick the box, and this is how your blog would kind of sit. Now I'm just going to save these changes, because one thing that you might want to do is add a featured image, and I'm just going to show you on my website here actually what we're creating so that you will get an idea as we're working through it. So if we go through to happyheart.com, look at my blog page here, I'm going to be creating a similar sort of layout with you on this WordPress in 1 hour video. Just wait for that to load up a second. Okay, and we go to the blog page here. You'll see here we've got these blogs created like this. So this is how to get your business online. If you want to know about payment buttons, go take a look at that. And also I've got a toolkit with all the links to my online tools that you can use here. But when you click on these blogs, you will see what I mean. So these are featured images that we have up front, and you can add different types of images throughout your blogs as well. So if we go back to this one, we're going to actually edit the post now that we've got some content in there, and we are going to add a featured image. So down here on the right hand side, we're going to click on here and we're going to set a featured image. Okay, and featured image could be any of these, so we're going to go for the little hearts here, set that featured image. And again, if you wanted to use the Divi Builder, click on that, and then you can kind of see the updates of how that is looking. Okay, so when we update that now, we can come out, we can view the post, and this image is going to display at the top of this blog. Now, because I've used Divi Builder, when we come over to the blog, there's actually nothing on this page, and that's because I'm actually going to put a blog feed through this page here just to make it look a little bit prettier. So we can come in here, we can build from scratch again, or choose a pre-made layout, choose a width again, and then I'm just going to put in what's called a blog module, and within that I'm going to tell it just to do standard. It defaults to 10, but we can come down here and we can change the layout. We can make it into a little grid. Okay, and then when we tick that there, you can see these are the two blog posts. So this is my Happiness Lies Within. When I start to add blogs, they would add side by side. It just makes this page a little bit prettier. And again, we could put background images and things on by coming in here. I might want to put an actual photograph in by clicking on an image, and here's a banner that I've got as part of Vicky's pack. And we click the tick button there, you can see how that starts to sort of bring in gradients and colours with that. Now, pages do adapt, they do change. You can change different layouts, you can change backgrounds, you can change colours. So I could click on here. I'm just going to take that image out, losing the daisy a little bit on it, and just put a background solid colour. So it might be that I want to put the solid colour on and create a very, very different look and feel to this website page. So I'm going to come out and click on save here. So this will be our blog page. We've then got a home page. And one thing I haven't mentioned is a contact form. So I do recommend when you're working on your website that you do enable people to contact you. About pages are super important. Contact pages are super important. People want to be able to know about you. They want to know about how to get in touch with you. So do have a think, download my free web planner, have a think about how you want to lay your website out and the things that you can add into it. And your contact could be at any point within your website. You know, you could have a dedicated contact page. Obviously, this is a one pager, so I'm actually just going to go and add a contact form to the bottom of this page. The other thing is things like email sign-ups are really good to have in a website. You can create those really easily using WordPress. So again, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to add a regular. I'm actually going to split this half and half, and I'm just going to show you how you could do a contact form on one side here, like that, and that's just going to pop that form in for me there. I would need to tell it to go and attach the email address, and all you need to do for that when it decides to wake up is click on here, and I just want to make sure if I click on the email that it's going to come through to me. Like that, and that means when somebody fills this box in, I'm going to get the email. But equally, you could put like an email opt-in here, so that if you want people to sign up to your list, if you've got a free guide of something, I've just mentioned my free website planner here, you could put kind of a free guide, a how-to, you know, a free masterclass, an ebook, anything like that, using something like this. And another thing that is really good to use on a website is to think about how you can use testimonials, again, giving people feedback of how it is, you know, how people find it working with you. You can again put a little testimonial, little quote and things like that on there. So there's lots of functionality that you can use within a website. I would say go away, have a look at some other websites, you know, always think about websites that you enjoy spending time on, and then start to map out how you want yours to look and feel. I've mentioned quite a few tools here today of how you can start to map your website out using those kind of mood boards and logos and images and things to be able to create website pages, and then thinking about the functionality that you do want to have on your website. I've also mentioned getting an integrated blog within your website, which WordPress allows you to do, whether you're using a paid commercial theme like Divi, or whether you're using a free theme that comes installed, or whether you've found another theme out and about that you've kind of put in for yourself. But this is really about enabling you to get online, enabling you to connect people into your social accounts, for you to be enabling you to operate a business from your website. You know, things like book now buttons. I'm going to record 2 separate videos of how to get a shop on your website, and also how to get a members area on your website. So if you're wanting to run online programs and things like that on a website, that would enable you to get up and running pretty quickly to be able to do that. I've also mentioned a couple of free resources that I've got on my website. Please do go and take a look at those free resources. They're there to design to help you, you know, the tools that how to switch your small business online, and also the video that I've shared there too. Any questions at all, please always do let me know. That's the video there. I think it's let me back in, face to camera it has. I'm here to help and support you. You can contact me via the website happyhearthq.com, or you can always email me, which is naomi@happyhearthq.com too. You can find me on social, connect with me, hit me on my inbox. And yeah, I hope you found it useful. Give me a shout if I can help you in any way, shape or form, and I shall speak to you very soon. Bye for now.